What's going on out there, everyone? It's your boy Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. You are tuned in to another edition of Mike Ryder Talks. Listen, it is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I got a great guest on the line with me tonight. But before we get into the guest, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a fire intro like I always do. This young lady, man, I met her on Clubhouse in the gratitude room. If you're on Clubhouse, you may know about the morning and the evening gratitude rooms. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so she had to go through some things. She has overcome. She done went through breast cancer. She done fought the fight. She done survived that thing, in the hospital and everything. This young lady is a wife. This young lady is a mother. She is a success story. And without further ado, with no waiting, guest, if you would, unmute your mic, turn on your camera, and let's get to it. Y'all give her 1 second. There we go.
Hello. Hi.
Angelia, how you doing this evening?
I am blessed. How about you?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Trying to get to it.
Right? That's all we
All
can
right,
do.
so we're going to get started, man. For the people who don't know who you are, give a brief introduction of yourself.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Angelia. I'm a 38-year-old woman, a wife, mother of three, um, second-time breast cancer conqueror, business. I am have a lot of jack of trades that I do. Um, but yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm sure you guys will learn more as we get through. So that's the intro of me. So.
We're gonna uncover some things tonight. We're gonna talk about it. First,
Right.
I'm gonna get you to do me something real quick.
Okay.
Take it easy. You ain't gotta be nervous, you know what I'm saying? This is family here. And we're gonna talk as family. You know what I'm saying? We're about to do this thing. Get the nerves off, shake them off. Let's get into it, Angelia. So let's start from the beginning. Yeah, just like that. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
You got diagnosed with breast cancer.
hmm
What happened when you got the diagnosis?
Um. So the first time I was diagnosed was back in 2014. Um. Just tired. Didn't really have any. You know, things that would draw it to it, but I just was very tired. So my first thing was pregnant, right? Most women, if you tired, you find yourself sleepy, you're gonna have those type of thoughts. And so my first thing was, okay, let's make an appointment, Angie. But not only that, I did a breast exam, and the right breast had expressed some yellowish fluid that was not normal for me. I had one child at the time. I've never experienced that. So that's what made me draw attention to call me appointment. Made the appointment, went to see this doctor, wasn't my primary, and she didn't even touch my breast. She just did a UPT, which is a urinary pregnancy test. And it came back negative and then told me, maybe your prolactin levels are high. Okay. If I didn't have that nursing background, I wouldn't know what that means. And so, me being who I am, I left and I made another appointment with another doctor. It was a male, he was an older guy, and he did a breast exam. Right away, sent me to a radiologist. They had did a mammogram on the breast and did see a small suspicious. Did a biopsy that same day, and boom, that was the first time. Now that radiologist told me that it was so small that he don't know how that doctor felt it. That was only God. I didn't have any sicknesses. I had to sit down with a breast surgeon and make a decision. My decision at that time was, hey, have a double mastectomy. My mom, she already went through breast cancer. I seen what she went through. I was at every treatment with her. And, I seen the things that she went through. I seen the people sitting in these centers, when they was getting their treatments. And, I just didn't want to go through it again. They said your chances are very little to none if you, take that, role. And that's what I chose to do. And, had the surgery, had both my breasts removed, and went through reconstruction. In that year, I went under the gun probably 10 times. Some of them
What do you
was,
mean? And I don't mean to cut you off,
oh no, you good,
but
good.
this for the slow folks in there. When I say that, I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
What do you mean going under the gun?
So being put to sleep to have surgery, I had went under over 10 times. So think about that, you guys. You are put to sleep medically. They put a tube down your throat. That the oxygen to your brain. You don't really even supposed to be even put under that many times. But I had some complications, and had some things happening, and it just wasn't really, it was out of my control. Um, had some things with bleeding, and just a lot of things I experienced. Didn't have to do any chemo treatments. Mine was truly just having the surgery, no chemo treatments, no medications, and I didn't even have to follow through with an oncologist, right? So that was back in 2014. To be exact, the day I had my surgery was August 1st, 2014, because I got married a year later, August 1st, 2015, because that was just a
Gotcha.
special day for me. Yeah. So
So you got it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get
so
into it.
second time, you know, um, second time again. Me, I'm a pretty active person. I like to eat healthy. I like to kind of stay active. I was on the heavier side years ago, and decided to have weight loss surgery over 15 years ago, you guys. 15, over probably even longer than that, right? My son, he'd be 14. So yeah, about over 15, 16 years ago, I had a weight loss surgery because I tried everything in the world. And so, I gained a little weight having babies, and, things can happen. You hear things about sugars or whatever. So I try to stay active. I'm walking, I'm doing my normal thing, my children. I like to dance. People who watch my videos, they see, I like the group. I like to, get people intrigued. I like to motivate people, because exercise ain't no, what can I say? It's not boring. It's what you make it. So I like to show people you can have fun in any and everything, truly, right? And so I was just dancing and whatever. I got back from my walk, and I had told my son, take this picture of me jumping in the air. And it was in front of our garage. So I go to jump in the air, and boom, I couldn't even catch my breath. It was like I almost collapsed to the ground. And it
Just
took
from jumping in the
little,
air.
just from jumping in the air, because it felt like somebody came behind me with a hammer and hit me in the middle of my back. So imagine that feeling as you jump in the air. Crack, pretty much. So finally was able to get on my feet to stand. It took forever. My son, helped me, and I had to drive, and I was just in a lot of pain. I had to wait for my husband to get home. So I'm go home, and things I know, I do have, a little nursing background. So I put ice on my back. I'm just in pain. I'm trying to do whatever it takes. I put the ice pack on my back. So, my husband get home. I'm like, I need to go to the emergency room. Well, with that ice pack, because I was in so much pain, I didn't even care. I put it straight on my back. I caused myself to have a third-degree burn. So it burnt me.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. It was just so much. So, but it all kind of ties into why. And so, I go to the emergency room, and they see I can't hardly talk, can't really explain anything. Um, the guy comes and he say, well, we don't really need to do no x-rays. We're just going to give you some ibuprofen and a muscle relaxer, and that should do it. Okay. You don't need no pain, nothing like that. All right. So I went home with that. The next day I went to the orthopedic urgent care. They did an X-ray. They seen it was some type of pinch thing. Prescribed medications, whatever. Follow these things. If it got any worse, come in. So a week or so go by. I'm going up my stairs here. This is before the second time. Um, I make it to the top of the stairs and I literally got stuck where I couldn't move. It was like a bad nerve thing that shocked me from the bottom of my foot to the top of my head, where I just like, if I moved a little bit, it was like this stringing in pain. I'll tell you, it was so bad, it broke a sweat. So, that's
Really?
painful. And I had to literally lay to the ground for a second, catch myself. And I told my husband, let's go. They did an MRI. The doctor comes back in and he asked me, you have ever had cancer? I said, yeah, I have, in the past. He said, okay, I want you to go see an oncologist. He couldn't say nothing because he's not an oncologist, but yet he's seen something on an x-ray. And so, make an appointment with this oncologist, and boom, I find out second time I got breast cancer. It's metastasis because it spread from my breast to the back of my bone, which is why all of that happened. So here I go again, second time conquering through breast cancer, and this is what it is.
So let's talk about it. Two-time breast cancer survivor. You're diagnosed the second time. How much chemo did you go through the second time? I know you said you didn't get in
The
the
first
first
time.
one, right?
Mm-mm.
But
So that's pretty interesting because of the case of mine. It's a hormonal thing. Um, so no actual like chemo. What you regularly would see people. I'm on like a oral chemo. So I take some medications that I have to take. 3 pills, 21 days on, 7 days off. That means for 21 days, if I want to drink alcohol, wine, you know how normal people do, they go celebrate. I can't. I don't care if my birthday or celebration. If I'm taking a medication, I can't drink nothing. I'm sure people have, but it's the chances, the stuff that
offsetting it
happens
or
just
whatever.
not worth it. So, I get 7 days free from this medication where I'm not on it. And then, at that point I can take it. It's very strong. It does a lot of stuff. Obviously, it's always side effects to medications. The number one thing is the heart. It can affect the beats and things of nature. So in the beginning, I had to do a lot of EKG testing, and I'll tell you another thing, the medication's not cheap.
So let's talk about that. What is the price like on the medication?
For just the medication, I was looking at a bill. It is, I want to say like $17,000,
Just for
17
the
or twenty
pills?
thousand, just for the medication that I take for 21 days on, 7 days off. Just for that. That's
And
not
these are
including the
chemo
others.
pills, correct?
Correct.
Wow.
It's a treatment. It's part of the treatment, basically.
Right.
You either gonna
Right.
get it in the IV or you can get it in the oral. Yeah. And so that's one thing. So with me having this the second time and it felt like it was hormonal, I also had to get a shot to put me in early menopause. So they had to stop my cycle. So I can't have children, don't have a cycle no more. They put it in your stomach and once a month. Um, and then I also have to take another oral pill. So the shot, the 21 days on, and then a pill I have to take every day,
So you got three different treatments that you're going through.
pretty much.
And this is stuff that you're still going through, or this was what you were going through?
Still to this day, I take that medication 21 days on, 7 days off, the shot in my stomach every 30 days, the
And then the
medication
other
every
pill.
day.
How long will you be on this medication?
Um, God's grace, God's blessing, God's healing. I believe that I'm healed, but when it's in your bone, there's truly no, just basically watch. Let's make sure it ain't going nowhere because you can't operate in the bone. So you just want to make sure it doesn't spread. So Every 3 months, I do have to go and get scans. I have to get a CT scan, and I have to get a CT scan. I used to get a PET scan, but now because they're so expensive, they do something else. It's almost the same. They very similar, and basically they're just making sure that everything is the same, nothing's looking any different, and I do that every 3 months, along with
So
seeing my oncologist.
okay, so let me ask you this.
Hmm.
With yours being hormonal, it's in your bones. Is there a certain term for it? Because I know a young lady came on a couple weeks ago. Hers started with an M. I don't want to mess up the word. Dr. Jackie,
Metastasis,
if you hear this, huh?
metastasis, like because it's
That's it.
spread. Yeah, yep,
What
same
is yours
thing.
considered?
The same. Anytime, so that's the name. That's the broad name for it's breast cancer. That metastasis means spread, spread to bone, spread to wherever it go.
Yeah,
That's
because
just the
hers spread
broad
to like
name.
her lymph nodes.
Okay, so yep, that's normal, but it's
Dang,
not a.
man.
It's a yeah. It's just metastasis mean the spread of where it went to. A lot different.
When was your first diagnosis? Like what was that date again? I know you said it, but I want you to say it one more time for me.
So the first time was back July of 2014,
July
but I had the
2014.
surgery August 1st of 2014.
Okay. Because the wedding date is August 1st of 2015.
Correct.
Okay. First diagnosis back in 2014. Here we are in 2021. That's 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years of dealing with this. You are still taking daily treatments. You take a shot in your stomach. You take a pill every day. You do another pill for 21 days straight, and you
Hmm.
take a 7 day break off of that. That's a lot.
Yes.
That is a lot for one person to go through, especially such a young person.
Hmm.
But you still kicking, you still going, you defeated
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
When did you receive your diagnosis of being free? Or I guess that what it would be, your diagnosis of just being cancer free.
Well, the first time when I had the surgery, it was pretty much it didn't spread when they did the surgery. They did check the lymph nodes and nothing was there, so you pretty much cancer free. Now the
Gotcha.
second time, I haven't got that yet, just because again it's the bone, and so that's it's just an ongoing process of just making sure that it's maintained. It's maintained.
What about your lifestyle? I'm pretty sure you got a different lifestyle now, correct?
Yeah, the lifestyle is just, I mean, nothing out the ordinary. It's just yeah, I'm very, I bruise easily, I fell off my bike a few months ago, and it wasn't bad, but boy, that fall the next day, I felt like I don't know what to say. And then just recently, I fell in the grass, and it gave like a big old bump in the bruise. So, those type of things, and it's like this, what you gonna do?
You got to get up and
I'm,
keep it
I'm,
moving.
I got life. I'm living. I got oxygen to breathe. I got life. I'm above the ground. Um, it may not look good, and some people, this ain't for everybody. This
Right.
this this ain't
Right.
for everybody. I wouldn't want nobody to walk in Angelia size 12 shoes ever. And in fact, you probably couldn't. You'll probably stumble and fall. It takes a warrior to do this. And I'm ready. God gave me this to carry well. So, that's who I get my strength from. That's how I shifted my mindset. The second time that I was diagnosed, I can say I was dying. I was sick every day. I couldn't keep no food down. The medication was harsh, like I say. My body had to get used to it. I
Mm.
couldn't barely really, I was always vomiting, always nauseous, always just not feeling good. And worried. This is the second time it's in my bone. It's death. That's all I was thinking, death. I got 3 children. I'm married, got a husband. my mom, my dad, I got, all these people that depend on me. And I'm diagnosed with this terminal thing, this beast. And all I could do was pray. I never gave up on God. In fact, I got stronger. I got wiser. And it would be like every Sunday, um, I'll turn my TV on to the TD Jakes. And his sermon was always, do not, like for some reason, I'll turn it on and say, do not worry, do not worry. Even though it was the same sermon, I just believe that was God talking to me.
Talking
So
directly to you.
I just, when you align and you just have belief and your faith is strong, you know how your Father speaks to you. He speaks to us all differently. And so he just was telling me, stop worrying, child, daughter, you got this. The attack came, but it ain't you gonna defeat it. So I got up and I'm defeating. I'm not gonna lose. Like I changed my spirit, the way I walk, the way I talk. Yes, okay, this is up, but this ain't nothing. I gave it to God, and he
Let's go.
just changed things. I can wake up, I could be bitter, I could be mad, I could be evil, I could be negative, and be nasty to people because I can, right? I'm the person that's dealing with this, but I choose to do differently. I choose to love people. I choose to encourage people, despite of how I may feel. And it's not always easy. See, what people don't understand, when you sick, it's a lot of mental things that you have to battle through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had reconstruction so many times, tried this, tried that. Nothing really worked. Excuse me.
It's okay.
Give me a second.
Get it together. Get it
Okay.
together. I know it brings back memories. And see, here's the thing. When you deal with something like that, and it's an attack on your mind, it's an attack on your body, it's an attack on your
All right.
spirit, you can be taken out of here. It's okay to worry.
Sure.
Worry's gonna come with it. But the good thing
That part.
is you overcame. You're here today. That was 7 years ago. 7 years ago, did you see yourself being alive today?
No. Because you see so many people die, and you always see the worst. My mom was my first survival story. She was the first to even have cancer in my family. It doesn't run in our family. Heart disease, that's pretty normal for your African American families, or your diverse. But cancer wasn't. She was the first, and then me. But see, you have to be careful of the words you speak, because I remember going to those treatments with my mother, and sitting there, and I'm like, man, not like, mom, I know if this ever happened to me, I'm gonna do the same exact thing you do. I'll get a double mastectomy. I'm not gonna care about these breasts.
And you feel like you spoke it over yourself?
Sometimes
Because I see you
I
went and
feel
got the
like
double vasectomy.
I put it out there, and that's why they say it's power in the words.
It's power in your tone. It's power in the words you speak. It's power in the thoughts that you
The
have in your
thoughts.
head. These things can manifest,
Amen.
and they will manifest if you let them linger too long, if you let them hold you hostage, or um, create a prison for you in your mind.
Mhm. Mhm. That's the
So,
truth.
what are some of the things you did to overcome that worry spirit?
Just give it to God, because if I had put it in and just try to take on this on my own, I would go crazy. I would be crazy. I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even be happy. Like I said, I'll be bitter. I'll be negative. But when I gave it to God, and I give it to him, and I pray and I praise him. I'm not just asking him to do anything. I thank him. I thank him for his strength. I thank him for the mental capacity. I thank him for the peace that surpasses all understanding. And I say these things. I speak life over myself. That's the difference. I speak over myself. I tell myself who I am. Um, and a lot of women and men, we all got things that's special to us. A man may be his beard and his hair, obviously. And for a woman, it's, the enhancements that we have, the breast, the butt, all these different things, that the women's paying for, right? Well, when you don't have a choice, then what are you going to do? What are you
You
going
got
to
to come
do?
up off
So
of
for
it.
me, I had tried to do the enhancements. My body didn't like it. In fact, my body was rejecting a lot of stuff, which is why I was having surgeries in and out. So last year in 2020, at the end of 2020, I had to make a decision. I had some implants in my breast that pretty much rejected. They had got hard as rocks.
Mm.
I just was kind of dealing with them, but I just was got over it. I just was ready to have surgery, and so I went to see my surgeon, and I decided, she looked and she seen it was super hard, and it was time to get them out. And so we went ahead and got them out. Now I'll tell you, she said she took those implants out of me. She don't know how I was breathing. That's how hard they were. They encapsulated inside
Really?
and I had so much tissue in there. I don't have anything. Flat as a pancake, right?
But you
But I'm living. But still, it doesn't even matter because I'm living. It's still this, right? Well, you still got to train your mind and say, some people that will look at that and be like, "Oh, I'm ugly," and then they whole thing shit will shift. They'll get sicker and probably will die. But see, I had to look at at first. I had to get used to it. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna lie and say I was happy when I first had got it done, and I knew it was for health reasons. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that when it first happened that I was happy and joyous. No, I had to train my mind and again speak life to myself. Angelia, you are beautiful. Your body is beautiful. You are amazing. You are strong. You are a conqueror.
those
That's what
positive
affirmation.
affirmations.
That part.
Some people don't understand those things work.
Hmm.
When you speak that stuff over and over, like we said, you can speak negativity.
Yeah.
You can speak worry. You
Yeah.
can speak illness.
Yeah.
That stuff will manifest. But it also works on the reverse. It also works on the flip side. You can
Yeah.
speak positivity. You can speak life.
Yeah.
You can speak happiness.
Yes.
And that will manifest as well. So with her
Hmm.
being sick, her being sad, her being depressed, her going through surgery, her being hurt, her body's changing. When you think positive about that thing, you wear it well, you have that smile on your face. Because every time I see you, you be smiling. You be on the IG videos smiling. You in the picture right now smiling. When you were talking a few minutes ago, going through your story, you're smiling.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your faith. You don't mention God. You talk about your faith with God. You watch the TD Jake sermons. He's a man of God.
Hmm.
Have you always been that way, or did you lean that way once you start getting sick?
No, God has always been on me. To be honest with you, my life is through illness. I was a sickly child. Um, I coded when I was born, so that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you know, all you can do is give it to God. So I've been attacked. Don't get me wrong, because when you're a child of God and He's on you like that, you're gonna get attacked even more. Um,
Facts.
so no, it never was. My faith in God has always been strong. Obviously, it gets stronger and stronger the more you talk to Him, the more you give it to Him. I've never not trusted God. He's done too many things, and I've seen too many things that I couldn't, say it was me or man. No, it was God. Too many situations where my life was at stake, and it was God. You know what I'm saying? Where when I was, so many times where, the doctor, how did I find that little small little thing in my
I was
breast?
just about to go there. I was just about to go there. You done gave two instances on the platform. That first
That
instance when she caught it, that first doctor who caught it, Nothing
Mm-hmm.
but God.
Yeah.
When they took the implants out and she was like, I don't see how you still breathing. Nothing but God.
Nothing but God. Like, that's why I can look like a lot of people say you smile, you because if you know if you've been through the stuff I've been through, that's all you can do is shout and praise God. He
Amen.
gives me the joy every single day, the strength. Somebody out here don't have that. Somebody don't have the mindset I have. Somebody don't have the relationship, the resources, the family support. So
And
if I
you,
have that and God, has given me, these opportunities and given me the strength, that's my purpose is to help shift other people's mindsets to live. That's all it is living. If you just decide to just give it to God and count it all joy, you can actually live. But how many people really know that? That's not many. There isn't. But I know God. I've tried him and I ain't gonna stop. Look at
so
this girl right here. This 30-year-old woman who's been through some things. Breast cancer second time around, still smiles, still takes care of her family, still love on people, encourage people, speak life into people, pray over people, can go and eat healthy, take care of her body. If I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. It's just shifting your
amen to that.
mindset and believing. Mustard seed faith is all God asks us to have. I don't know if any of y'all really know what that is. If you had a pen and just made a dot, that's all he is that's all he asks of us. Mustard seed faith. See, my faith is way bigger than a mustard seed. Look at me. That's all I can say. Look at this girl. When the odds was against me, my God was there. He picked me up. He ain't never left me. He continues to touch my body. When the enemy try to attack, he just pushes his hands right back on his child Angelia, cause he know I'm gonna carry well. This fight
Come
ain't
on
for
now.
everybody. You gotta know how to carry it. He only
Come on
trusts
now.
certain people with it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make this about me, which this isn't about me, but I'm gonna just say you spoke about the faith of a mustard seed. In the Bible, it tells you that's all you need to have.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout my years of life, that's what I struggled with up until recently. Recently, I have made it my business to strengthen my faith, make it stronger, build my trust in God, and just show him the glory. You know what I'm saying? Give him the glory, I meant to say, and keep it moving like that and build my relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
But when you speak about that mustard seed, you are absolutely right. That's all you need. Because it says it in the Bible, he will never leave you or forsake you. And he won't.
No.
I can be a testament to what he will do in your life. You are a living testament of what God can do in your life. Every day that you wake up, every day that you hit those streets, I be seeing you on your bicycle, you be out there working out and stuff on IG. You be in the room and clubhouse talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of God.
Amen. That's all because of
Man,
God.
you survived 2 times,
Amen.
numerous of times, really, but you survived 2 times with breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say it was nothing but God. I'm gonna ask you about your life because
Yeah.
He done spared you. He done let you see 38. What do you feel like your purpose in life is?
My purpose in life is to connect and help people live. I mean, honestly, that's what I really feel like. Why I was attacked again the second time because I wasn't obedient the first time. I have a
Mm.
way of attract. I have an attraction of people. From babies to the elderly. Um, that's God's in me. My name is more than just Angelia. It's the meaning behind Angelia. It's an angel. You know, don't forget that. And so my purpose, I feel like, is just to help people. The first time when I was diagnosed, I used to be asked, you should come to these support, groups, because you're just such a happy person, and I just really like your spirit, and these people. And I just wasn't no true reason. I just think, oh, I just wasn't really interested, and so I never went to no support groups. I didn't feel like I needed no support, but it wasn't for me, and it wasn't about Angelia. And so now this second time, boom, COVID comes. They haven't really had anything, but I just feel like that's really my purpose. I have lost people from cancer and family. I've
Mm.
seen children die, and it just hurts me. And I just truly feel like this is my calling. This is my purpose, to get out there, go pray with these families, go talk to these children, go talk to these adults, help them. When I'm at my treatment and I'm leaving, another person leaving their treatment, and how ironic they coming to me and, wanting to talk to me, and just, so it's something that's a reason, so I just feel like my purpose is to help people shift their mindset and live in your purpose, and not and be unapologetic. Let all the BS go. Be able to say, okay, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm ready to change. Because we all can change, we all can heal, but you got to be willing to accept it, and be accountable for all your actions. It's not a comfortable thing to go look to yourself in the mirror and say, God, search me. God, search me and show me me. God, deliver me from me. It's not a it's not, and that's okay, because you want to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. That's the key, right? The key to life is to
Boom.
be the best version of yourself, not for who everybody wants you to be, but the best version of who God wants you to be. That's how you got to be the best. And so that's kind of what I do, is to help people in that way. And that's
But you said something so key though, Angelia. You got to get uncomfortable to become comfortable.
absolutely.
I was going to make a post about something similar to that the other day, about like unlearning in order to put yourself in a position to relearn or
Mhm.
to be taught.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the things that we were taught, a lot of the things that we have inherited,
Mhm.
is not the way. A lot of us are stuck in our mindset and stuck in our ways, and
Mhm.
we need to get out of that.
I'm telling you, that's the
There's
truth.
so much to this world. Listen, you got me
I'm
by
telling.
5 years. I'm 33.
Uh huh.
When I was about 22, 23, you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
By the time I get about 26, 27, I understood I know nothing.
Yeah.
I thought I knew everything, man.
I'm telling.
And I
We
know
all
you
go
went through
through
that
that.
same process, but you have to
Yes.
be a student of life in order to learn.
That
And we're
part.
going to do this real quick. You know what? Because Angelia, I know you got a family. Shoot, I got to get to this dinner. What I like to do with my guests, I like to play games.
Yes.
And
And
you
I
are
got a
no
big
exception.
reveal at the end.
Okay. You are no exception to the rules. So I'm going to get it going.
Okay.
Angelia Freeman, I would like to play a game. And the
Okay.
game that I have for you is the game I've been playing with everyone else. It's called Rapid Fire. What I'm going to do, you see the clock on the left hand side? I just made it bigger. When I start the clock, well, I'm going to ask you a word, a
Mhm.
phrase. I'm going to just say a statement. The first thing that comes to your mind is your answer.
Okay.
When you answer that first one, the clock is going to start.
Okay.
That's 1 minute. And I'm going to just keep throwing them out there. You ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Life,
Grace.
God,
Grateful.
Angelia Freeman,
Conqueror.
Antonio Freeman,
Strong.
family,
Everything.
children,
My heart.
breast cancer,
Strong. Healed.
Nick Keys. I'm gonna say it again. Nick Keys.
Love.
Sherry Cook.
Love
Gratitude.
is the attitude.
Understanding.
Respect.
How do we win in life?
Faith.
Let's get it. Time's up. Ding, ding, ding. This ain't no real game. Ain't no right or wrong
That
answer,
was
so
fun.
there's no prize. Oh, you know how I do it, man. I try to have a good little game with my guests. You killed it. What's your reveal? Because I'm about to shut this thing down. Let's get to it.
So, I did this months years ago because my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And, I told
Okay.
her I would do it. So this is personal for me because, I'm going through it. So, without other ado, welcome to the do.
Show it off. Let me see the angles. Let's get it. Let's go. Matter of fact, while I got you there, is there any closing remarks you would like to share with the people? Anybody going through it? Just anything on your mind you want to end us with?
Yes. Um, I just want to tell you that anybody that's out there, don't let this defeat you. God is the answer to every situation. If I can do it, so can you. Conquer through. Keep your faith strong, and just know it ain't done until God says over. God, peace and blessings, and thank you so much, Mike. It was a pleasure being here, and I hope everyone have a blessed day.
I enjoy having you. I like the do on you. You're rocking it. Bold, beautiful. It looks good on you. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. You have just witnessed another excellent edition of Mike Ryder Talks. I'm gonna do this thing like I do it each and every time out. You see the ticker at the bottom of your screen? Apply it. Until we meet again, be blessed. I love y'all. I'm out.